Good morning, students. Again, we would like to continue our data visualization part, and for this, we are going to discuss bar chart today. So, let us come to the bar chart portion. A bar graph or bar chart is a graphical display of data using bars of different heights. So, it can be drawn vertically as well as horizontally, and in matplotlib we use bar function, bar function or bar h function for vertically and horizontally drawing the bars. So let us see how we can draw this. The simple bar plot is best used when there is just one level of grouping to your variable. So here a sample graph is showing. First, don't forget to import the matplotlib library. So write the statement import matplotlib.pyplot as plt. Now set the labels. I'm taking a list and name it label, and I'm putting some names inside it. So there are so many names over here: Anil, Vikas, Dharma, Mahe, Manish, Rajesh, etc. And then the percentage list, in which all the percentage are written: 94, 85, 45, 25, 50 and 54. Then we have the index, in which we are taking numpy arrange function. Using the numpy's arrange function, we may use the levels length. Okay, each of the levels length we may use. Now I am creating plt.bar, and the bar graph is drawn against index and percentage, and I'm setting the x level. The x level may be set, the x-axis level, as student name, and the y-axis level is set as percentage. The font size parameter will tell you how much bigger they will look like. Then we are giving here xticks function. We are giving xticks function, which are taking 4 parameters. I'm giving 4 parameters over here, and these parameters are index, label, font size and rotation. I'm writing the title of the bar as percentage of marks achieved by student of class 12, and I'm writing the show function to show the graph. So here is the output. You may see that plot the graphs. You may customize the graph. You may get several types of colors. You may set several types of colors of the bars, etc. Moreover, the bar h function will be used. The bar h function will be used to draw the bars horizontally. For this, we will use bar h function. You may customize your bar graph. You may customize the color of the bars, and for this we will use the parameter color. I'm giving green as color. You may set the color of the bar, and moreover the edge color of the bar. I'm giving over here color is green, whereas edge color is blue. You may change the custom line style also. The color is green, the edge color is blue. Line width I have set as 4, and line style is dash. So use dash dot alternate, whatever you like. You may change the line width. Here I'm changing the line width as per my requirement. You may change the title of the bar graph. You may change the x-axis and y-axis names, and you may set the font size also. And also, if you wish to set the legend, you may do it. Again, you may set the LOC or the location of the legend, and of course the frames, if you want to set the frames or not. Come to the next graph, histogram. Histogram is a graphical representation of data which organizes a group of data points into user specified range. Here a concept of bins will be used. Bins are nothing but the durations of the data plot in histogram. See here, it is very easy to draw a histogram. Of course, you have to import the matplotlib library. See here, I have already set the data 1, 11, 21, 31, 41, and to draw the histogram we will use the function HIST or hist function. Inside hist function, the parameters are, firstly you have to give the x-axis values, that is 5, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55 we are giving inside a list. We have set the bins. Bins means the interval of the bars inside the histogram. So it is 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. It is equally distributed. Then the weight I have written 20, 10, 45, 33, 6 and 8. So weights will be in the y-axis. The edge color I have set as red, and then I am using the show function to show the histogram, and this will be the output. You may customize the histogram to set the bins, to set the weights, face color, edge color, etc. are the parameter name. You may set the title also, and in case of edge color and bar color, you may give the hexadecimal form value also. You may set the X level as well as the Y level. Come to the pie chart of matplotlib. Pie chart of matplotlib. The pie chart is a type of graph in which a circle is divided into sectors that each represent a proportion of the whole. So the whole thing is equal to 100%, and you have to part the circle into several other percentage. It will show the proportion and percentage between categories. So pie chart is actually a very important kind of graph in several decision making purposes. A pie chart is basically a circular chart. It is used for statistical graphic which is divided into slices to illustrate the numerical proportion. Typically a pie chart is used to show parts of the whole and often a percentage share. The PiePlot interface offers pie, P-I-E, pie function to use for creating a pie chart. Okay, let me clarify here that the pie function plots a single data range only. It will calculate the share of individual elements of the data range being plotted versus the whole of the data range. The default shape of the pie chart is oval, but you can change to circle by using axis of pie plot, sending equal as argument to it, that is issue following. If you want to use the pie function, you may set the axis as equal. Moreover, Here is a sample program given to plot a pie chart. See here, inside the pie chart, I have taken the levels as candidate 1, candidate 2, candidate 3, candidate 4 inside a levels list, and the names are shown over here. Okay, then I'm taking votes, another list, 315, the values written are 315, 130, 245 and 210, and then inside the sizes variable I am assigning votes. The colors I have chosen are gold, yellow green, light coral and light sky blue. I have written the name, and you may write the code also. I have set the explode function. Just the first slide I have to explode, that's why I am writing 0.1, comma 0, comma 0 and comma 0. So we'll see what this explode parameters are. Then I'm calling the pie function simply with the argument sizes, explode, levels, colors, autopacity. What is autopacity? I'll come to that. Shadow, etc. So these are the parameters. Then I'm writing plt.axis equals to equal, that will set the default value of pie chart, default shape of the pie chart from oval to circle, and then I'm writing plt.show, and the output you may see. Now in pie chart we may customize start angle parameter, shadow effect, wedge prop parameter, edge color, line width, frame argument, autopacity parameter, etc. So what are these? I'd like to tell you. See, the autopacity argument is the to view the percentage of share in a pie chart, you need to add an argument called autopacity with a format string, such as you may write the format string as double quotation percentage 1.1 if percentage quotation closed. So this type of argument autopacity parameter will show the percent share of each slice to the whole formatted in a certain way. Okay, so if you want the percentage inside the slices, you may use the autopacity option. The percentage value may be computed as single value divided by sum of all the values into 100. So slice 1 will be computed as 31.25% and so on. So these are the few autopacity format string. You may change the colors of the slices using the argument colors. You may explode a slice or more than one slice. For this you have to use the parameter explode, inside which you have to mention which slice you want to explode. So here in this example I am writing the first slice to be exploded. So here I am writing 0.1. If you write 0.2, it will the explosion will be more significant over here. The size of the other slices and the exploded slices will be determined by the point operation over here. 0.1, 0.2, 0.5, you may explode any of them. Okay, so this is the explosion of pie chart. Now come to the next chart, frequency polygon. A frequency polygon is a graph constructed by using lines to join the midpoints of each interval or bin. it is easy to draw a frequency polygon. See here, using the histogram itself you can create a frequency polygon. If you can see, the data I have set taken as 1, 11, 21, 31 and 41, and I am calling the hist function with the value 5, 15, 25, 35, 15 and 55, and bins set as 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Weights I am giving as 20, 10, 45, 33, 6, 8. These are the data to which the frequency polygon has to be drawn. The edge color is set, etc. Now the x level and y level is set as value and probability, and the title of this histogram is histogram. That's all. So using this this will draw the frequency polygon. So to draw the frequency polygon, what I am taking is the histogram function is taken over here again. Then we have several other plotting also. A box plot is the visual representation of the statistical 5-number summary of a given data set. What are these? These are minimum, maximum, first quartile, third quartile and the second quartile as median. If you can see the box plot here, you will understand the things. This is the minimum, this is the maximum, this is the median or the second quartile, this is the first quartile and this is the third quartile. So this is the way of the box plot. So to draw a box plot, simply you have to take the values, different lists for value 1, value 2, value 3, value 4, and then the box plot data set value 1, value 2, value 3, value 4 inside the list, and create the box using the box plot function. Take vertical equals to 1, so it will give you the vertical dimension, and then patch artist equals to true, labels course 1, course 2, course 3, course 4, and colors cyan, light blue, light green and tan. For patch color in zip box and colors, patch dot set face color equals to color, and lastly use plt dot show to show the graph. Then we have scatter plot, which is a two-dimensional data visualization that uses dots to represent the values obtained for two different variables, one plotted along the x-axis and the other plotted along the y-axis. Here is the sample program for scatter plot. You may customize scatter plot as you may adjust color of scatter points, you may adjust the size of the scatter points, transparency, and you may change the marker type. And the very important point of this discussion, how to save the plot. The function for this is savefig function. So you may save the figure. The file format allowed are JPG, PNG, SVG and PDF. Okay, and parameters are, you may set the DPI or dots per inch, quality, you may optimize it. These are the parameters used for saving the plots, and you may set the export format also. So SVG and PDFs are important extension that will allow the saving of files. That's all for PyPlot PyPlot discussion. Thank you very much.